All right, it looks like we are live. Already at 3 likes. Gotta like that. Very good. If you can hear me, if you could let me know in the chat box by just hitting the number 1. If you can hear me. Good, got another like. Good. Thank you, Jim. And GD. All right, very good. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Hopefully we'll do some live trading here, but I also want to do some analysis, and this is I want to be viewer driven. So if you have a stock you want me to take a look at, a forex pairing, a crypto, a futures contract that you want me to give some thoughts on, let me know, and I will do that. $5 super chats bring the alert to the top, or bring the request to the top, and I'll do it right away. The one risk is if you give me a request, then I don't know if I'll for sure get to it, but you might have to wait a while because I'll just take them in order of what I get. So if there is a request, like I said, let me know in the chat box, and I will do my best to get to it. But again, if it's a $5 super chat, I will get to it, and I'll get to it right away. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Nice. Morning, Kevin. All right, well, I'm just going to start off right now on Tesla. We'll take a look at this, and like I said, I'll keep my eye on the... Hope I'm not too late. No, we just started about a minute ago, but I'll keep my eye on the chat box, and if I see a request, then we will we'll get to that. But excuse me. So yeah, the markets have once again been very, very crazy, but now we're back to almost a little bit of a consolidation period right now, and one of those situations where actually let's just start with the overall market to kind of add in some context. So this is what we're looking at here is a 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these represents 30 minutes of time. So you look at the opening 30 minutes, there was a gap up and then a big move to the downside, and then it eventually dropped down there. And then the next 30 minutes, you can see is this green candle right here. So the price hit a low right there and then has worked its way all the way back up there. Not quite as high as where it got during the opening 30 minutes, but very close. And then since then, a bit of a red candle and then a bit of a green candle, which was rejected. And now here we sit, just kind of chopping back and forth, almost in the middle of the range. So really, so if we just picture this as right there at the top of the range, right there is the bottom. I mean, where the price is right now, I mean, I think we can agree that, is it the exact middle? No, but I would say very, very close to just middle of the range right now. So that's basically the context of where we sit right now. The market trying to figure out which way it wants to go. And if you're just going strictly by the trends, you would have to, say that eventually this is going to break to the downside, but there's no guarantees. Again, I'm just saying if you were just going to say what's going to be the thing that tilts the market in one way or the other, if you just go with the trend is still very clearly downwards. So I don't think anybody would be shocked if all of a sudden this sideways movement right now ultimately does break to the downside. All right, I'm seeing we're getting some alerts here. Please look at Honest. I've never heard of Honest. Do you have a ticker symbol for me? That would help. Meta. Yep, okay, we can take a look at Meta. And if you are enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. So I don't remember the last time I talked about Meta, but at one point I drew in this rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish pattern, and you can see that it played out like it suggested. There was the breakdown right there. Now, did this pattern suggest it was going to get that nasty to the downside? No, I don't want to say that, but rising wedge did break to the downside. Good to see that it respected the purple line there, 50-period moving average. And now just a question of seeing if it wants to continue with the current bound. So that's more of the bigger picture. Big pullback, obviously. And then good to see that the hammer candle formed at the 50-day moving average at purple line. So it's starting to bounce. So let's drop down to the hourly chart. See if this can tell us anything. And yeah, so right now on the hourly chart, definitely the main struggle points for the bulls right now are the 200-period moving average and the 50-period moving average. You can see they're both right now essentially the same value right around the, we'll just call it 681 mark. And this morning you can see the price got up around this general area, but ultimately did get pushed back down. So that's currently the problem point for Meta right now. If there is going to be any sort of curl back upwards, want to keep a close eye on these moving averages and not get overly excited. But even if the price does push slightly above them right here, you still want to be skeptical because the price actually broke above both. And then it was just like a cruel joke. And it was like, just kidding. And down it went. So yeah, very important level right there. From a support standpoint, Have an interesting trend line right there that can be drawn into play. So keep an eye on that moving forward. Let's go down to the 30-minute. 30-minute. Okay. Looks like 30-minute, I think, is helping us out with another area of resistance, but this is just the naked eye test. Are these levels pretty much the same? Not quite, but close enough to, I think, still point out 687.50. You can see right there, price did technically go slightly above it, but you look back here on the chart's history, and you can see quite a bit of history of it presenting problems, so it makes sense why the price was right there. So any sort of move back upwards, 687.50 looks like a key area of resistance. And then for you day traders, go down to the 5-minute time frame. So yeah, 5-minute time frame from a day trading perspective, key battleground right now. Actually, I think what would make more sense is to get a trend line in a play there. So right there, keep an eye on that. So, I mean, it's had a crazy move down. If it can curl back up and get a high volume break of that trend line, does it push up to that area right there? I think seems plausible. Again, not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, but plausible given how much this one has moved today. I don't think it would be crazy for if it does recover back up those areas. But that's kind of an irrelevant conversation until the price can at least get a break of that level right there. And even at that point, it would need to be a high volume break. So there is Meta. QNRX. Again, if you want me to get to your chat or request right away, $5 super chats, make that happen. And that way you don't have to wait or take the risk. Because if somebody asks a question and it derails me, I might go down a rabbit hole and not do any more requests at all. So, but I will do it if it's a super chat. So just keep that in mind. All right, nice. Already at 15 likes. I've been setting the goal recently to at least 50 likes. So let's make sure now. I want to be here for an hour. Maybe I'll go a little over an hour, although yesterday I said that, and then I was at 2 hours. But yesterday we had a really fun crew. But anyways, let's try to get up to 50 likes. And the more conversation, the better. Even if you want to talk amongst each other, I was told that that can help out with the algorithm. And the better the algorithm likes the live stream, the more people it'll show, and the more people that show up, and then the more cool stuff we can do. So, like I said, interaction is a good thing, because if we can grow this and start to get more people, then we can do more cool things. So start to do giveaways and stuff like that, have some contests. So but yeah, we gotta keep the stream growing, and you can play a part in that, like I said, by hitting the like button and just being chatty in the chat box. But all right, so QNRX, yeah, rough day so far. Started off very nice. I mean, to think at one point this was, I'll show you. At one point, this is what the chart looked like. It was a nice solid green candle, and then now it looks like that. All that green wiped away. So yes, right from the daily time frame, looking rough. But also, maybe you see it, but right here, 50 period simple moving average strikes again. That's why it's a very well-known, a commonly used area, because yeah, a lot of people watch it, a lot of people care about it. And right there, look at that. What a coincidence. The price was booming, 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 and then got to that moving average and smacked right back down. Let's go down to the hourly. Yeah, hourly's looking pretty rough too. I mean, on the bright side, what you don't want to see happen. So what I would call the muscle level, or maybe we can call it the pump and dump level. Now, when I say pump and dump, I don't mean it towards the company and meaning they're being run out of a bunker in Somalia. I just mean it from a strictly price action standpoint. And my definition of a pump and dump from a price action standpoint is that a price makes a really nice move and then relatively quickly goes right back to where it all started. And that's what essentially this purple line here is representing down here at 32 cents. And I'm not saying this will occur, but if the price were to come down here and break down below it, what do you have? You have the price literally going right back to where it all started. So in other words, that would put this at a pump and dump situation. Great move up, and then the same exact day, right back to where it started. Yeah, that would be pretty rough. So 32 cents in my mind, very, very important. Level and a muscled area for that reason. If the price does try to come back upwards, key area to watch from a resistance standpoint. Keep an eye on that pink line there, 200 period moving average. Right now valued at 36 cents. So you want to keep a close eye on that. For those of you that are getting logged on, if you have a request, could be a stock, could be crypto, could be futures, could be Forex, let me know in the chat box and I will get to it. So just keep in mind, if you are new to these streams, I want it to be viewer driven. So you let me know what you want to talk about, or if you just have a question, could be on futures, could be on prop firms, any of that stuff, let me know. And yeah, like I said, I want this to be driven more so by you, the viewer. So just let me know. And then 30-minute, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get much else from it. Yeah, other than the fact of this 32 cent, very important. I mean, think about it on the 30-minute. If the price breaks down through 32 cents, that would essentially be breaking it down below these key moving averages, which, would just be further confirmation of essentially pump and dump price action on this one. Maybe some people would say, Clay, I think this already is a pump and dump, and I wouldn't push back too much on that. But again, per my definition of a pump and dump, price makes a really good spike and then goes back to where it started. So because of my definition, the price has not gone back to where it started. Like I said, there is still a chance that it could build a higher base. So that's why I'm not quite willing to say, oh yeah, total pump and dump action here. Let's see. HNS. Okay. So that's Honest. I've never heard of Honest before. HNST. Honest Company. Huh. Okay. If it is not rude to ask, why have you been doing this for years and years? I've been doing small size. Have you ever thought, crackhead, that's why I've been doing it for years and years? Think about that. Have I been doing it years and years because it's small size? Think about that, crackhead. So on the daily time frame, good, well, let me take a step back. Not good that it gapped down. Not good that it gapped down. But it is good that when it came down, it found some support right here and then got a nice bounce back in the upwards direction. So as of right now, this is what we would call a hammer candle. And when hammer candles are formed at key areas of support, which it did right here, that still doesn't guarantee anything, but it does make it plausible to think that the price could get a push in the upwards direction, which, assuming you're bullish, that would be a good thing. So yeah, on that note, we're kind of getting, I don't want to say conflicting messages, but yes, there is the message of it was bad because of the gap down, but it was good that, because again, earlier I mentioned what one candle looked like. So let's think about what this candle looked like. At one point during the day, this is what the chart looked like. Looking pretty rough. Down there, slightly below that moving average. But as of now, what does the candle look like? Well, it looks like that, meaning there has been a nice bounce back upwards. So let's go to the hourly time frame. Yeah, I mean, really, if this bounce is going to continue, first key level of resistance right there at 505 with the next key level up there right around that former support area at 538. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Like, what does the 30-minute have to offer? Yeah, 30-minute, I'm not sure, telling us much more about, and we already knew the bounce took place, right? Because on the daily, we could see the hammer candle. So now we're just seeing the formation of that hammer candle via the bounce right there. And then a support, I mean, I would say that an area that I would consider an important area of support right down here around the 467. If 467 is broken to the downside, especially on high volume, then I can, again, no guarantees, but I could realistically see the price revisit these lows, if not even go lower than that. So I'd keep an eye on that. So there is Honest. Again, for those who are getting logged on, if you'd like for me to take a look at something, could be a stock, could be a crypto, could be a Forex pairing, could be a futures market, just let me know, and I will, I'll do my best to get to it. A way that is guaranteed for me to see your question or request. $5 super chats is the goal. NVDA. All right. NVDA. So, Brute. I want you. Now, granted, they just had earnings, but didn't the Qs bounce a little bit? Oh, no. All right. I was going to say, didn't it bounce? But no, I thought there was a bigger bounce on the Q. So, all right. So, Nvidia is pretty much still in line with the overall markets here. But yeah, gap up, came all the way down. And right now, to give credit's due, it's hanging on where you'd want to see it hang on. Where would you want to see it hang on? Well, that pink line right there, which is the 200 period moving average, right now valid at, let's just call it 126.50. And like I said, to give credit due, it's holding on. It's holding on, which is why I would also say moving forward, very important. I'm not going to call it a do or die level, but for more of kind of a day trader, very, very near term sense, I would say a do or die level is certainly right there at the 124.15-ish level. Because if the price breaks through there, That pretty much puts the chart down into kind of this no man's land where you don't have any other areas of support until down there. Now, that doesn't mean that if that breaks, the price is dropping straight down there. But just technically speaking, there just really isn't any other data points that suggest support. And it's also valid to think that there's a lot of stop losses hiding down here. Whose stop losses? Well, the longs, right? So longs, you got to think we're starting to buy this dip, and saying, all right, I'm going to buy this dip, but assuming they're disciplined longs that know what they're doing and have trade plans, they're probably saying, well, I got to figure out some sort of area to put a stop so I could see it below these lows. So maybe there are some longs today that are trying to buy this dip, but because they're disciplined and they're not going to be degenerates that just sit there and hold and hope, you got to be thinking that they got a stop loss area somewhere. So you could have stop losses there. So that's just a long way of saying that if the price were to come down there and break through there, I could see that all of a sudden generating more downside pressure because it's setting off those stop losses and other people are getting out. Up to 20 likes already. Very good. Like I was telling people earlier, I'd like to see us get at least 50 within the hour, but we still got 45 minutes. But if you have not hit the like button and you're enjoying what you see, hit that like button. That helps. Okay. Again, if you want to leave a request, could be anything as long as it's in Webull, which is a software. Nvidia. Account is on personal lockdown after a W this morning. Well, hopefully it's on personal lockdown. Oh, I'm sorry. You said after a win this morning. Very good. Well, congrats, Honeybee. Always good when you can kind of just walk away because you get a win. Yeah. Am I still playing? Maybe. If we can get enough interest, let me bring up my futures platform. If we can get enough interest, maybe we'll take some trades. As of now, I'm up a little over 1,800. So we could probably have some fun and just put on some trades. I know some people have never seen futures trading before, and I think it's beneficial. Yesterday, I did that, and I think it really opened the eyes of people that are kind of stuck in stocks, waiting forever and just not, being trapped by the pattern day trading rule, to just see how futures trade and be like, oh, wow, wait, I could do that too? Oh, wait, there's no pattern day trading rule? I want to trade those. So, yeah, if we want, we can we can do some live trading if there's interest in that. But you did ask, am I still? Yeah. But yes, I'm still open to playing. But yeah, I'm not highly motivated. Again, I'm happy with the $1,800 right now. But yeah, I don't mind putting on some more trades if people want to see how futures work, how they function, to get a feel for them. Because I know a lot of you here are clearly into stocks, which is fine. But I would argue that stocks are from a day trading standpoint, stocks are pure garbage compared to futures trading. And again, why do you say so? Again, just my first reason, and there's several other, but my first reason I think is reason enough. There's no pattern day trading rule. So if you are here and you're super annoyed by that pattern day trading rule, because you're like, I want to be a day trader, but I can't, I want to get 3 day trades. There's none of that in the world of futures. So like I said, if anybody is interested in seeing some futures trade live, let me know. Alpha Realm Sports. Yeah, I agree after seeing yesterday's video. Yeah, exactly. So if anybody wants, go and watch yesterday's live. I think it starts at about the 1 hour-ish mark. The first hour is me just doing analysis, but then, like I said, right around the hour-ish mark, I start to do some trading. And like Alpha Realm Sports is saying here, he agrees with me after seeing what he saw yesterday. So make sure you check that out. But like I said, maybe we can do some live trading here. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe should I make the requirement 50 likes and then we can do some live trading? I don't know. That might be a good way to measure how many people are actually interested. I don't know. Maybe we'll try that out. But yeah, if you're interested, if you want to see me do some live trades, I guess let me know in the chat box, but also hit that like button. So do 2 things. Okay, we'll go back to the analysis again. If you have an analysis, if you have a request, let me know. I'm going through it in order, so if you want me to get to your request right away, then just $5 super chats will accomplish that. Shelly, yes, very interested in learning how to trade and the value of future trading. Okay, noted, Shelly. I stick around and I'd be happy to kind of go through my little, what I would call a court case. If I was a lawyer and I was presenting evidence on why stocks, options, Forex, crypto are garbage compared to futures, day trading, I think I have a strong case. I think I can bring a lot of evidence to the table for that. So maybe I can do that in a little bit. But for now, let's see. Wolf. All right, we'll take a look at Wolf. Executing large trades does not necessarily lead to financial ruin in the future, especially if you have prior experience. Oh, well, I never said that it did, crackhead. You asked why am I doing small size, so I challenged you that maybe the reason why I've been around for this long is because I'm doing, in your definition, small size. Maybe that's why. Maybe for my risk tolerance, for my mind, smaller size, but consistency keeps people in the game. That's the dots I was hoping you would connect, but you jumped to kind of a false conclusion. Because nowhere did I say that executing large trades is not, that I said, does it lead to financial ruin? I never said that. But large trades does play different games with your mind. And for the people that can handle putting on massive size, for them, good for them. But that makes me way too nervous. And if that makes me like a bad trader, then I guess I'm a bad trader. But my argument is trading, you got to figure out what works for you. And everybody's got different risk tolerances. And my example of that would be if I were to say, hey, how do you have fun? One person says, oh, you have fun by going skydiving. And somebody else says, no, you have fun by reading a book. Which person is wrong? Neither of them is wrong. They just have different risk tolerances. So both can have fun in both ways. No one is right, nobody is wrong. It's just, it's an equation of risk tolerance. So, yeah. But yes, I mean, I get it. People get brainwashed by social media. They see massive wins and all this sort of stuff. And let's just assume that it's real. And good for those people. Like, it's not like I'm not hating on them. Fantastic. Sure, maybe I'm a little jealous that they're able to handle way bigger size, way bigger risk than what I'm willing to handle. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You got to figure out what works for you. But yes, Kraken, I would submit to you that I think you've been a little brainwashed by social media. I think you have a little bit of that because you seem to be equating, big share size equals good trader and everybody should eventually go to big share size. Or maybe that's why a lot of people fail because they think that. Whereas if they just stayed in their comfort zone, they'd be able to survive longer. And I mean, per your own premise, you acknowledge that I've been around a long time. Yes. So maybe I've been around time because I stick within my lane. I stick within my personal risk tolerance. All right. Because I appreciate the discussion. More than fair question. And you did start off by saying I'm not trying to be rude. And that's okay. I appreciate that. But I did not take any of that as being rude. That was a more than valid question. But just to give honest critique feedback, I think you maybe are a little, like I said, I think social media has gotten to you a little bit. Let's see, where was I? Oh, Wolf. Taking a look at Wolf here. Again, if you want me to see your question or comment, super chat, $5 super chats, we'll make that happen immediately. But if not, I'm just going to have to go in order. So I'm not ignoring you, just going in order to try to show everybody, make this as fair and respectful as possible. But it could become unfair with the super chat because that'll, like I said, that'll bring it up immediately. All right, so Wolf here. So right on the daily, it's nice, it's going up, but so it's all a matter of perspective. I mean, if you're a day trader and you bought right here, things are looking great for you. If you care about more of the bigger picture, then yes, that's good that the price is going up. There is an upwards channel, but caring about the bigger picture also requires you to have to acknowledge the fact that prior to this upwards channel, the price was up here and you had a drop like that, which now gives you a bear flag pattern. Now, as I always say, just because something's in a bullish pattern doesn't mean for sure the price is going to go up. Same is true here. Just because something's in a bearish pattern does not mean it's for sure going to go down. But would people be shocked? Would people like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. If all of a sudden the price came down here and then got continuation? No, they'd be like, oh yeah, that was kind of a textbook bear flag breakdown. So yes, it's good the past couple of days. I'm just saying that there's more work that needs to be done because yeah, right now there's the bear flag in motion here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour immediately what I see here that's being revealed. Maybe it was on the daily and I just missed it. But right here seems to be definitely a key area of resistance right up at about 658. You go back here and you can see that this was an area of support, and then just basic rules in charting. When levels of support are broken, they tend to act as resistance, which is what happened right there. And then you can see right there is where it's been rejected. So I'd keep a close eye on that. Let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, maybe the most useful thing right now in the 30-minute is just get some sort of trend line in play now to illustrate the fact that, yeah, the price is starting to put in some higher lows. So over time, you know, ideally want to see the price stay above that line, because by staying above that line, that would imply that the price is building higher bases. And from a general kind of reversal standpoint, that's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with going straight up. Nothing can go straight up. But it does have to do with just showing progress, and progress being defined as higher lows, which is what staying above that trend line would do. Let's see. Now where are we at? 31 likes. Okay. What is today? Thursday. Maybe Thursday lunches are a little slower. Yes, Wednesday lunches were awesome. Thursday, I don't know. Little lower on the likes. Not even any super chat. So I don't know. Maybe by the time Thursday shows up, people have spent all their money at the vending machines at lunchtime. So no money left for super chats. Or else maybe I'm just trying to fit a square peg through a round hole, and we're about to hit $100 in super chats. Who knows? But yeah, I'd like to get up to 50 likes. So if you are enjoying, let's see. Woof. LZMH is up pretty big. All right, LZMH. This must be an IPO today. So not going to be a whole lot that you can get from the daily time frame, other than pretty much the range of it. But yeah, unless I'm missing something, I would assume LZMH is a IPO. Let's drop down. 1 hour is not going to tell us a whole lot either. 30-minute might start to tell us a little bit of something. What's a 5-minute have to say? Yeah, so 5-minute seems as though there's somewhat of an area of support right here for now. Yep. So classic example here, again, that was the high, so that was an area of resistance. When areas of resistance are broken, and it was broken right there, which ultimately did create a big breakout, you want to see them act as support. And check it out on the pullback, look right where it bounced from, right off that level. So classic example of resistance turning into support. So yeah, 558 I would say is a key level moving forward. And then, yeah, resistance-wise, somewhere up there right around probably the $7 mark. But, yeah, with the IPO, not a whole lot you can gather, as there's just not a lot of data to gather yet, because it's an IPO. All right, now where are we at? Bitcoin. Okay. Again, I'm not ignoring any of you in the chat room. I'm just taking the messages one at a time. So I will eventually get to your message, so stick around. But again, if you want me to see your message right away, then $5 super chat to make that happen, along with your request. I will immediately stop doing this analysis right now and jump to any request you have. So that is the benefit of a super chat. So Bitcoin here, talked about this a couple of days ago. And I guess I don't remember. I'm pretty sure, though, yeah, if it was a couple days ago, then the price was right here. And I made a comment, yeah, at this point with the momentum, I'd foresee it probably going down and testing that pink line there, which is a 200-day simple moving average. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And if you think I'm just lying, I'm not offended. Like, I get it. Be skeptical. I am some random person on the internet. But the good news is that all you got to do is go back to a couple live streams, find where I was talking about Bitcoin. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I had made the comment that it would be headed down to that pink line there. And I'm not patting myself on the back, by the way, but I am patting charts. I think charts are a great tool that everybody should learn and consider using. But right here, you can see the price came down there. Found, not a coincidence, right where the price all of a sudden stopped going down and then got a bit of a bounce right off that level. So moving forward, yeah, let's just call it 82,000. Very, very important technical level, because that is the very famous 200-day simple moving average. And yeah, last time the price was down below it was back here in October. And it's knocking on the door right now. So especially if it's a high volume break of that level, that could bring in a whole nother round of downside pressure. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. So got somewhat. So yeah, last time I talked about it was back here. Looks like on the 25th, because that's where these annotations are at. But right here, I talked about that falling wedge, and yeah, the power of the falling wedge did come up here, break through it, got a bit of a move. Now, was this some sort of epic move? It was not, but still enough of a breakout to potentially get something out of it. before the price ultimately rolled back over with the trend. But as of right now, yes, if anything that the hourly is telling us, it is that the price has been really respecting that purple line as resistance. You can see right there, rejected the price, and then you fast forward here, and once again, rejected the price. So I wouldn't really be very bullish on anything until the price can at least get above and stay above that purple line on the hourly chart. That's not to say that there can't be bullish moves. I mean, of course, there can be bullish moves. That was nice. That was nice, but, these ones have been rolling over. That was a nice little bounce there until it got crushed. So, yeah, there can be bounces, but all I'm saying is I wouldn't have a whole lot of confidence in the bounce until the price can first prove itself, and I'm defining, quote-unquote, prove itself as getting above and staying above that 50-period moving average. All right, Dad. So are people interested in seeing some live trading with futures? I know, who was it? Sherry, I think, or Shelly said, thank you for responding so much. Oh. No disrespect, Clay. Arguing with a guy named Crackhead about risk management is nuts. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know if I was necessarily arguing with him. I mean, I was presenting my case. Maybe I'm trying to play semantics there. But I don't want to say that was like a brawl-knuckled argument. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I was wondering at the same time, like, I don't know, should I really be engaging with Crackhead? Is this just a flat-out troll? But, I want to try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, yeah, if you want to see some live trading. So real quick, why futures trading? So I guess right now, of those of you that are here, when I say pattern day trading rule, hit the number 1 in the chat box if you would say, the pattern day trading rule is annoying. In any way, shape, or form, if you find the pattern day trading rule annoying for you as a stock or options trader, press the 1 in the chat box. Do we have anybody that can at least relate? No, Crackhead, you keep it. You were very respectful. So that's why I don't think it was an argument, because it was just you giving your thoughts, me giving my thoughts back, you offering a little more thoughts, me giving my thoughts back. So I would not say that was an argument. So don't change your name, because that's one I'll actually remember. That's a pretty unique one. I'd be sad if I could sell intraday. Yeah. So exactly. So the pattern day trading rule is this. I don't really know the history behind it, but the government came in and said, hey, unless you have $25,000, you are not allowed to trade as much as you want. That's what it says. We'll give you 3 day trades, a day trade being defined as you buy and sell in the same day. So you can do 3 of those per every 5 days. But other than that, no, you're not allowed to do any more day trades unless you have $25,000. So that causes people to have to trade very just crudely. It causes people to get trapped in positions because, I can't sell now because if I sell, that's going to be a day trade, and I don't want to burn a day trade. Okay, Honeybee can already relate. So yeah, Honeybee, let people know. If anything I'm saying here is not actually true, Honeybee, from a future standpoint, let me know. But I think I can make a very good argument on why if you trade stocks, you should just, or options, or even crypto, because crypto is like watching paint dry. Same with Forex. I know there can be the sudden movements and sudden spikes, but futures really takes care of all these things. But if you are trading stocks or options especially, so reason number 1 to consider futures is there's no pattern day trading rule at all. You can trade as much as you want. Reason number 2, they're open pretty much around the clock. So if you have kind of a tight schedule, there's always room for you to find, and they're always pretty active. Now, yes, sometimes are more active than other, but they have a whole lot more schedule flexibility because pretty much they close for good Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then they open back up Sunday at 6 p.m. So yes, technically they're closed all of Saturday, but that's okay. We gotta, as traders, we gotta step away from our computers every now and then. Reason number 3, if you want to short, meaning you want to make money when prices go down, I get it. Some people are all about, well, I want to short those small cap stocks. I want to short penny stocks. I want to short, those garbage, meme coins or altcoins, because they go down and you can get good volatility. But then you have to worry about, especially with stocks, well, can you find shares to short? And if you can find those shares to short, then you have to pay what are called locate fees. So then you're paying extra commissions on top of commissions, and it's a headache because you have to go searching for them. In futures, if you want to short something, you can short it right away, and you're good. There's no hassle at all. Another reason, in the world of stocks and cryptos, and you got to find the hot stock. You got to find what's moving. Where's the volume? What's the newest big mover today? What's this? And you got to do all this searching and scanning. Now, yeah, there are scanners, but the point is you're still having to spend time and energy scanning, looking for things. And futures, not the same. You'll trade the same thing every single day. And actually, let me bring up futures so you can watch how they trade as I speak. That might be smart. So you can be watching the same thing every single day. You don't have to be looking all around for things. And then finally, reason number 5 is I argue that there's a built-in risk protection mechanism that helps you learn very, very cost efficiently, and that is assuming you use a prop firm. What is a prop firm? Well, a prop firm is a way for you to put very little of your money on the line, and then there's a whole lot of upside potential. Assuming you can prove yourself as a trader. What do you mean by prove yourself? I'll show you what I mean by that. But if you can prove yourself as a trader, there is a whole lot of upside potential relative to what you risked in the first place. So what would you risk in the first place? So let me bring this up so we can actually assign how this all works. So if you were to go to the link that you see at the top of the screen there, and there we go. Okay. So if you go to the link at the top screen, it is going to the prop firm that I use and recommend, Take Profit Trader. And what I'm talking about up there about the $85 is right here. So you could come and buy $50,000 worth of purchasing power for $85. So $85 is the key. That is what you've spent. That is your money at risk because that's what you've spent. And then I made the comment about how you've got to prove yourself. So how do you prove yourself? Where the first step is the test phase or the proving yourself phase. So how are they defining proving yourself? Well, you've got to show that you can make $3,000 in profit, but you can't lose $2,000. So during your times trying to make $3,000, along that way, you just can't lose more than $2,000. But we're all going to have those moments as traders where we lose our mind, where we do something really stupid, and pretty much we end with this statement. Wow, that was really dumb, but I sure did learn a lot. And the question becomes, would you rather have one of those, wow, that was dumb, but I sure did learn a lot? Would you rather have it cost you $2,000 of your own money or $85, which was the cost of the account? Using a prop firm, that very valuable learning lesson did not cost you $2,000. So if you're using your own money in stocks and you have one of those, oh, wow, that was dumb, but I learned a lot. Well, using your own money, that's $2,000 out of your account. By using a prop firm, it would be $85 because, yes, they would take the account away from you. You could always go repurchase it again and try again. But the point is, you would have learned a very valuable lesson, not for $2,000, but for $85. So that is where I would say that there's such a good risk built in where you're not going to be out there at risk of losing thousands of dollars of your own money. So that is something that is very, very powerful because I don't care what people tell you, you're going to have those bad days. You're going to have those days where you lose your mind. And you know what? I'd rather have those days cost you $85 as opposed to the $2,000. And if you do, if I'm, make sure you use that link though too, because that's the 50% off that you see here. That's what that link will get you. All right, I'm seeing some questions come in. It's definitely annoying, but created to protect individual investors from the significant risk associated with frequent day trading. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what they say, and that's fine. But again, is it your money? I would argue if it's your money, then you should be able to trade it as much as you want. So, I mean, maybe that's why they're doing it, but it's still stupid. Like, I don't, like, we're protecting you from yourself. It's like, okay, but I made this money. Why can I not use this money how I want to use it? And also, if that was actually truly true, it should be applied to the futures market. So, if you enjoy the futures talk, and we will get to some live trading, but make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's see what else. I get my trades done from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Work is done before the day starts. Feels good. Do futures trade like stocks or options? Could I hold the futures contract for a day or two if I believe the price will go up? No. Well, you could if it's your own money, but if you're using a prop firm, no, they want you to be in all cash by the end of the day. But you don't really need to hold a futures contract for days and days because they can move very, very quickly, which is what I'll show you here. Luke, how much can you take out as a profit? Well, during this phase here, when you're proving yourself, nothing, because you're just proving yourself. But after you get past this phase, then you move into what's called, all prop firms call it something differently, but you're a funded trader. But once you become a funded trader, then at that point, and what I like about Take Profit Trader is you can pay yourself as often as you want. Other prop firms, doesn't make them a scam, but they're like, no, you can only request payouts, which means request the money that you've made be sent to your bank account. You can only do that once every couple of weeks, or you can only do that once a month. But with Take Profit Trader, they're like, nope, if you make the money, you can request it and we will pay you same day. And they are very fast at paying, which is why I like them, why I use them. So how much can you take? After this phase with Take Profit Trader, you can take out as much as you make, above the thresholds. But yes, during this phase, like I said, this is just the prove yourself phase. And this is also good because they are implementing rules upon you, but they're good rules. They're rules forcing you to manage risk. And if you're not aware as traders, if you're struggling, my guess is it's because you're struggling in the risk management department. Futures are faster trades. You see the money and take it. If you feel you need more, trade. If you've met your profit quota, lock down and pat. Exactly, yeah. Honeybee, definitely trade. Exactly. Oh, okay, yes. So, and then good question, Luke. So then after you start making money, or did I go the wrong direction? Yeah, right here. So after you start making money, when you're in, so Take Profit Trader calls it a pro account or a pro plus. So you start off in the test, and then in the pro, any money, the profit split is you get to keep 80% of it. If you decide to go up to pro plus, then you would get to keep 90% of your gains. So thanks for asking that, Luke. That's important. Right there, Versace, just talked about it. If you're in the pro account, you get to keep 80%. If you're in the pro plus account, you get to keep 90%. I really don't know if I want to put any live trades on. Can we can't even get this up to 50? Hit the like button if you want to make some live trades here. What are you all talking about? ADTX. ADTX, we're here to talk about things that actually make money, Mariah. So right now, let's do this. I'm gonna take. It's still a sim. And then if you make $50,000, then they'll put you into live. So at $50,000, they'll move you into live because you can have up to 5 accounts, and each account you can make up to 10,000. So at 50,000, they're like, all right, you are now going into a live account. Where's your link for the Take Profit Trader? I should say up on the screen, claytrader.com/take profit. That is the link to use though. Or you can just use code CLAY at the checkout to get that 50% off. This may seem like a stupid question, but if you could give me the step-by-step futures trading for dummies version, how do you get started in futures trading compared to day trading? Well, futures, you day trade futures. So Shelly, do you use a chart to trade stocks? That would be my first question. So let's start there, Shelly. Do you use a chart to trade stocks? Yeah, it was a good morning. Okay, 44 likes. Can we get 6 more likes? Mariah. Okay, Mariah is wanting to talk. So this is also what I'm talking about. Like, look at this movement. As I look in, you can see this candle's moving around. You have this nice smooth looking chart. I mean, it's very nice. And then Mariah asked about ADTX. So it's 12:28 in the afternoon. Let's go take a look at ADTX right now. And let's see. You could be trading something like this, which has got a lot of solid movement. Or we could hop over to ADX or AD, what was it? XT? ADTX. And then let's drop down to the 5-minute. And then you could be trading something like this. Look at that candlestick. Notice how it's like not moving? We're waiting. Come on, can we get some volume? Can you get some sort of movement? Does everybody see how there's like nothing going on right now? Now I get it. Well, I have to trade penny stocks because I don't have a big account. Right, but in futures with a prop firm, you don't need a big account. How much do you need to get started? Well, in this situation, do you have $85? If you have $85, that will get you $50,000 in purchasing power. Honeybee, we trade ES in this household. Hey, ES, trade what works for you. Send a motivation. Thanks, I am having a good day. So that is why we were talking about futures right now, because futures I am want people to be aware of, especially those in the world of stocks. All right, can we get 3 more likes and we will put on a trade. All right, I'm gonna have to put on a trade anyways. So so what I want you to, I'm gonna do something what's called a micro. So a micro is the bare minimum of volatility that could exist. So the question that I have for you is I want you to watch this window down here and watch those numbers fluctuate. And that's what I want to just show you and see how you feel about that. But again, this is the bare minimum of what of what of what futures could generate. And this is such a bigger. All right, so I'll just okay. There we go. I'll put it right here. Come on, that red line right there is my entry. Oh, it's not going to fill me. And here's the other cool part is check it out. I can cancel that out. And then if I want to put in another one, so let's just put in this order right here. So sell, I want to try to get short. I mean, I don't want the price to go down. And then I'll have my stop right up here. So boom, just like that, my trade plan is in. I have an entry at that red line. My stop loss is the green line. I have not been filled though. Will this come up and fill me? Come on now. Are you seriously not going to fill me? Just come up a little bit. See, now for the sake of this, I just want to... No, brother. Oh, come on. Just come up a little bit. This is a wild stop loss too. That's all right. Today has been very volatile, so these ranges are pretty good. All right, I'm just going to get... Okay, now it's coming up. Okay, right here. Sell right there. Can we get you to hit that for me? And then that right there will be my stop. Not the best stop. I realize I'm in front of some of these other areas, but like I said, I'm doing this more so for the video, for the live stream, because I want you to... All right, I'm just going to get in.
Order filled.
I am in. So watch this number here. Watch how it fluctuates around. Again, this is the bare minimum you could do. So if you're looking at this number and being like, that's really too slow, all you would have to do is come up here and change that one to something bigger, and you're going to get much bigger fluctuations down here. So this is the bare minimum of fluctuation that you could get within the world of futures. So let's see. I am short, so if you're a beginner, that means I want to see the price go down. If the price goes down, this number will go up. So at this point, let me just put my stop right there. So this thing's either going to break down or it's going to come up and stop me out. But I have my green line right there as my stop. So let's see if this thing wants to start to come down. But I am in the green right now. Let's see if I can get some more green. Again, if you're looking at the numbers fluctuating down here and you're thinking, oh, that's not fast enough for me. Again, all you would have to do, this is the bare minimum. I am on a micro contract, which is the smallest you can get, and I am only on one of them. So if you are complaining about those numbers because they're not moving fast enough for you, it's very, very easy to scale that up. You would just do more than one. So let's see if this wants to break down. First Ace, what made you go short, Clay? Well, those are all things I talked about in my training class, which you are welcome to join if you're interested. But now it's recovering back up. So looking like I might get stopped here. We'll see. But again, the goal here is just to show you how things fluctuate and how you feel about those numbers, whether that's, wow, that's pretty. And remember, it's like lunchtime right now. This is typically when things are really slow. It's a real hassle to trade more than 20 contracts, especially in the ES. Yeah, exactly. Why you could just, that's why, crackhead, you could get out of the micros and go to the minis, and you wouldn't have to get anywhere close to 20. So right now, does this thing want to get rejected back down? I'm hoping it either breaks or just stops me out so we can, we're still at 48 likes. Can we get up to 50 likes at least? That'd be great. So again, just watch that number. That's what I want you to watch right now. How do what do you think about that as a stock trader? Or there we go. All right. So
stop filled.
So $23 loss on that one, which again, nothing huge, but that's the point, is you can control risk very easily. I was at the bare minimum. Now, had I been right, it would not have been a big winner either, but that's the whole idea, is I was wrong and it cost me $23. But if you're saying, well, what's the point in $23, whether it's a gain or a win? Again, that's fine. Go back up and you can change this. How much could you change that to? Well, let's just say that you purchased a $50,000 account. The most you could do, now that I was doing a micro, so the most you could do for micros is 60. I could have taken that number up to 60 if I wanted to. So talk about a whole range of, well, how flexible do you want to get in the quote unquote created volatility? That's what's nice. A stock is what it is. Like, and it gets very costly. Well, you can do the same thing. You can just buy more shares. Yeah, but do you have enough of money in your account to buy more shares? At this, you're already getting that amount at just one. That's what I'm scared most about, losing more money than I have. So yeah, I like to watch what videos. All that's a valid fear, but totally alleviated, because if you, with a prop firm, the most you could lose is $85. Are you using the prop firm's trading platform? No, I'm using, this is Tradeovate. So the way it works is you would sign up with Take Profit Trader, and then they would go and create you a Tradeovate account. And then they would just give you the login information and you log in. So that's the other nice thing about a prop firm. Thank you for bringing that up, is you don't have to go and go through the application process or anything like that. You just literally purchase the account. They create the account for you, and then they would send it to you. Hey, Kelly. I'm going to make you mod, Kelly, because I know I can trust you. Let's see. Add it. So if you're ever around Kelly and you see something that's just blatantly ridiculous, you now should have the power to be able to delete it. I don't know how, but I know you're a chemist, so you can figure that out. And I just want to reiterate, how long does it take to prove yourself? Good question, Ann. Let's go back here. So I would say you want to do it. You can do it as long as you want, Ann. There's no time limit. But I would say make sure you can do it within a month, because, if you don't do it in a month, then they're going to charge you another $85. And you may think, well, I don't know if I can make $3,000 in a month. With futures, I'm telling you, it's very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Because again, I can't reiterate, that was only one micro contract, and you saw how the numbers were fluctuating. You could have gone up to 60 of those. 60. I could have been like, I want 60. And then I could have, went and did, but no, I'm not going to do that, because that would be, for my personal risk tolerance, that would be crazy. But that's the whole point. So yes, $3,000 may seem like a lot, but as far as how much time do you have as much time as you want, but I would recommend getting it done within a month, so you don't have to go and pay another $85 or, whatever. So if you were to sign up, no, I want $100,000 in purchasing power. So at that point, it would be $165. You'd have to make $6,000. But now look, you could do 120 of those micros that you just saw. How is that one? You could go up to 120. And the difference here for the prove yourself is, yes, you've got to make $6,000, but you may not lose more than $3,000, or else that would technically be a failed test period. If you do it in a week, you get to go forward. Yup. Exactly. So take profit, which I appreciate. You have to be in the test phase for at least 5 days. Now, you could pass it in a couple of days, But then after that, you would just want to do a couple of small little trades, to log a day and show that you traded for the day. But you would want to make one super small trade just to say that you traded. And then after 5 days, you would be in. So you have to trade for at least 5 days before they graduate you. Other firms are like, you can pass in 1 day. But that's a little deceiving because on the back end, before you ever have a chance to get paid, then it's like 6, 7, 8 more days. But with Take Profit, yeah, you have those 5 days up front. But then after that, in theory, you could start requesting money on day number 6. Yes, Versace, absolutely. Now, when my program, which I'll just link here so people can see what I'm talking about. My program, yes, I do provide one-on-one, but it's not like I'm going to give you my cell phone number so you can call me in the middle of the night. But I am always available via email. And it will be me replying. Maybe you're thinking, but Clay, how can it possibly be you interacting? Well, we're a smaller scale operation, right? So it's not like I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of students. I don't have a staff of people. Just small. So yes, I can give that. I can give that one-on-one. If you reach out, I'm more than happy to help you. How does the money settle from your trades during the test phase? It doesn't settle. It's that your Take Profit trader keeps track of everything, and then if you start to make money, they'll give you that money, and then they'll send you a 1099. So it's all 1099 income. But as far as settling, there is no settling. It's futures. Just trade. Just trade. Don't worry about cash settlement. I understand why you're thinking all that, because in the world of stock and options, there's the settlement rules. No, there is none of that here in futures. That's the point. That's why futures are so much better than stocks. Risk, know when you've had enough and know when to step back, take profit and grow leverage. My advice, lock out after 500 in daily profit. Not a lot of people. Yeah, honey, do what works for you. We have some members in our private group that, they would be like, no, I'm looking to do 5,000 or I'm looking to do 1,500 or 2,500. Some people are looking to do 100. So yeah, if 500 works for you, fantastic. But I do agree with the general principle. Find an area that you're comfortable with. Oh, now you got to roll over. And honestly, where was my original stop loss? It was up above that candle right there. So shame on me for not putting the stop loss where it actually should have been, because you noticed it did bounce up, but did it ever go up through there? It did not. So shame on me. I'm tempted to try just a quick little micro scalp to show you how fast things can actually potentially go, but yeah, let's do that. So, I like to do these, what I call sniper shots every now and then. So it'll put in my buy and sell right away. And this will be what. So if I'm right, I'll make $6, right? But like I said, the goal here is to show you, let's see if I can, that this is I'm doing this totally for the sake of the video here, because let me try to put at least a little bit of logic behind it. So I'll buy there. So let's see if we can get down there, but let's see. If you do, okay, you already answered that. First ace, how long does it take you? Hello from Mexico. Yeah, hey, hello down in Mexico City. Mexico City. 40. Can we get one more like? Then we'll be at 50, and I'll consider this a success. Can we get up to 50 likes, please? So right now, for those of you that are logging on, we are trading futures. And I'm trying to show stock traders that futures are just a better choice. From a day trading standpoint, just a better choice. If for no other reason other than there is no pattern day trader rule. And when you trade with a prop firm, how do I not have any super chats yet? This is bonkers. This may be the first live stream with not a single super chat. I don't know. Maybe Thursday lunch is just not where it's at. That's crazy. So I am caught up in the chat box. So if you, so it's like a $50,000 loan. No, not really, because it's all in a simulator environment. So it's not like it's actually $50,000. Nice, Salty Warpig, who is a member of my training program. I made $88 on that rollover. Fantastic, congratulations, good job. With one MNQ. So there we go. So Salty Warpig in the chat box on this movement here with one MNQ, the lowest you can get, right here made $88 in just a matter of minutes. Not too bad. Best trading day seems to be Wednesday in my experience. Yeah, I think that case by case basis for everybody. But yeah, if you can locate Wednesday, then yeah, be ready on Wednesdays, Mariah, for sure. All right, I don't know if it's going to come down there. Good question, Rashid. Which futures would you recommend to trade for beginners? So beginners right here, you want to be doing M, N, Q. Because I'm operating under the premise you are either trading penny stocks or small caps or small cryptos because you have smaller accounts. You want that volatility. You want the opportunity to grow your money. So on that note, MNQ is a good place to get started. Once you feel comfortable with the MNQ, you can just go to the NQ. The MNQ stands for micro. Micro meaning you're going to have just smaller gains, sure, but also smaller risk. But the the NQ, that's where things just get, if you want volatility, the NQ, it'll give you volatility. I've never met a stock trader that's been like, it's just my penny stock that I'm trying to trade in the middle of the afternoon, it's just better than futures. Never once have I seen that. There's been one member of the community, one trader I've ever heard of, and this is like thousands of people, that was like, you know what? I decided to go back to options. Other than that, everybody else that has gone to futures stays in futures because they truly are just better. Hey, thank you, Vrace. Avoided the skunk. And yes, I absolutely can. That is a rule. If you give us a super chat, we are going right to it. So PLTR, yes, let's take a look at PLTR. Again, if you want a request and you want me to do it right away, that's what a $5 super chat will accomplish. So, all right, PLTR. Let's start on the daily time frame. Where are we at? All right, very good. So, daily time frame. Yeah, thank you, Kelly. What Kelly just wrote for you, those of you with the futures, that's good kind of comparison about how the NQ and MNQ are working together. So, thank you for that, Kelly. But right away here, good. I like to see that the price is continuing to respect that purple line, the 50-day moving average. So the second time now the prices come down there and bounce off it. So Versace, if you're caring about more of the bigger picture point of view, then yeah, that purple line is definitely very important to you. And so far, so good. The price is holding above it. So that is good. Actually had a breakout of these highs. So that was a resistance. That was a resistance going into today. Got a breakout through there. Unfortunately, could not maintain the breakout, and back down it went. What's the hourly have to say? Yeah, that trend line right there. Ideally, you want, and look at it. So far, so good. There was that fake breakdown of it, but right now, the price did bounce off it again, And this trend line is, I think I drew this in there yesterday or maybe a couple days ago. Had to have been yesterday. Right now, the price is starting to go a little bit below it. So that's my immediate question right now. Is the trend line going to hold, or is this thing going to open up the floodgates and down it goes? So that still remains to be seen a little bit there. What's the 30-minute have to say? Okay, so 30-minute right now. So now going back to this resistance up here at 91.75, that is an area of resistance, but I would say that really before you put any attention on it, prices first got to prove itself by being able to get above and stay above the purple line right there. Because that's the key dynamic. But it's going to be tricky because right here the price did actually break above it. It was one of those nasty fake breaks, and then back down it went. But regardless, it is still, to be fair, it is still building higher lows. But that movement right there will kind of rain down the parade of that trend line. But the trend line is still trying to hold. It's trying to still be respected. But again, pretty much just kind of in the middle of the range. Right here is the top of today's range, the bottom. And right now the price is basically right here. So it's still just the question mark is, which way is it ultimately going to go? And if I were pushed into a corner, I would have to default to just saying, I think it's going to go lower just because that's the trend, right? So if you're forced to answer something, just answer it in the direction of the trend. That doesn't mean you'll be right. But again, under the premise of my question, if you're being forced to just pick a direction, then just pick the direction of the trend. And because the trend is down right now, yes, it's in the middle of this range. But again, I would have to say probably headed to the downside. No, I'm not going to do any more analysis unless people want to do super chats. The only reason I did that was because of a super chat. If not, we're going to go back to some live trading maybe and just still talk futures. So again, if like I said, the reason I hopped to that for verse ace is because he did the $5 super chat. But okay, so here's something else maybe we can keep an eye on here. I don't know. What do people think? Do I take that line short if it breaks? I mean, right there was a previous trend line break right there that worked out very nicely. So what do you think? Do I get short here? Again, even if you're a stock trader, just tell me. Like I said, pretend you're looking at a stock. If this was a stock, would you get short right there on the break of that? I still did want to do one of these, see if I could do a quick little sniper shot. Is that the 5-minute chart? We were looking at the 2-minute chart. This is the 2-minute chart.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm in.
Order filled.
Out. And that's what I mean by a sniper shot. You might not have realized it, but now this is at $17. So that's something else you can do. I like to do quick little trades. And so watch this. Check it out. I can put here, and when I buy, it puts in my orders immediately. So that green line there would be my buy. The dotted red is my sell. And that's the type of order I just did up there. But it happened super fast. That was a trade within like 2 seconds. If you missed it, you can scroll back and you'll notice that for a brief moment, those numbers were fluctuating. And then all of a sudden, that came down by $6 because that was a $6 trade. Again, what do you mean? A $6 trade? All I'm trying to illustrate is, well, how much would you want? Because for every contract is another $6. So, well, I'd want at least 30. Okay, well then change that to 5. And then that trade right there would have been $30. Well, I want way more than that. Okay, well then change this. Because again, if this was a $50,000 account, as far as micros, you could take that as high as 60 of those. So if you want, you can go up to 60. And had you done 60, who's a math genius? That would have been a $360 trade. So had you maxed that out and done the trade that I just did there that lasted like a second, that would have been $360. If you went up to 60 contracts right there, which you would be allowed to do on the $50,000 account. Go long at the break of the trend line. Huh? Go long at the break of the trend line? I mean, I guess, are you saying this in hindsight? If not, I mean, I guess good call. Oh, the upper. The upper. We'll see. We'll see. Are these options? No, this is just futures. So Bartholomew, I've been sitting here trying to tell people about futures. And I mean, futures compared to options, I mean, options are really garbage compared to futures because options, you have to deal with theta, you have to deal with, all the Greeks. None of that exists here. And futures just move better anyways. Now, I know. Well, I'm going to YOLO options into earnings. Okay, well, that's not trading. My premise is if you're looking to be a serious day trader, if you're looking to be a degen gambler, then yeah, sure, go YOLO some options. Go hang out on, Wall Street bets. So the premise, the category of people I'm trying to, share with and persuade are those that want to be serious day traders. And a day trader being defined as somebody that can trade as much as they want, which is what futures allows you to do because as we discussed in the world of stocks and options, you have that annoying pattern day trading rule where you're not allowed to trade as much as you want. But in futures, you are allowed. And look at that move. I mean, check this out. And again, what time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And this movement here, I mean, is, and I'm not exaggerating, that movement right there, depending on what you're trading and how many contracts, thousands of dollars. There are some people somewhere in the world that are currently making thousands of dollars. And you're saying, what are you talking about? That wasn't some like monster candle. Exactly. That's my point. The volatility potential is very, very big because it's essentially as large as you want to make it. Ultimate freedom, really, you can trade towards or against movement. Yeah, there's many ways you can go about it for sure. But let's see if we can get... Likes are looking good. Can we get up to 60 at this point? That'd only be six more, but I'm glad we're over 50. And can I get 17 or let's see, can I get $12 in super chats? Oh my salty war pig. Right on cue. I was trying to crack a joke. Thank you for the recommendation for TPT. Just what I've been looking for. Agree with you. Stocks and options are a waste of full time for inexperienced retail traders. Futures are simple, have high liquidity. Yes. So salty war pig, just so people understand, you're coming from somebody that was trading stocks and options. Is that true, salty war pig? And if you're watching this as as a video later on, somebody just gave a super chat that says that, hey, Mariah, thank you. And I'll get to APLD in just a moment. Just like that, I was going to crack a joke. Hey, I need more money to cover this loss. And now I'm good. I'm good. So thank you. You've made the live trading worth it. The teaching through these trades. How many strategies would you recommend? So again, but I want to stick with salty war pig. Can you answer everybody? Just so people are aware, you have experience with stock and options, right? Is that true, salty war pig? Can you let the chat know that? Because I don't want to speak for you, but I think this will help. Man, bounced right off that trend line. I'm glad I did a sniper shot there. In and out really quickly. Okay, salty war pig says yes. So here is somebody that has experience with stocks and options just like I did, and their conclusion, stocks and options are a waste of time. Waste of time for inexperienced retail traders. Yes. Futures are simple and have high liquidity. Exactly. How simple? Well, this is a question. Now we're like, well, how much can I buy with a certain amount of money? How do I calculate the cost? For example, in stocks, if I have $1,000 and a share is costing 50, I know how many shares I could buy. But with a prop firm, it's all done for you because they're just flat out telling you, hey, if you buy a $50,000 account, you can do up to 6 of the very volatile contracts or 60 of the less volatile. That's it. You don't need to do any other math. They're telling you right there how many you can do. So after that, it's like, okay, well, you could click, well, how many contracts you want to buy? You would type that in. And then right here, you could buy the market, you could buy the bid. If you want to go short, you could sell the market or sell the ask. Or what I like is you could do it via the chart itself. So, I mean, right here, you click, and do you want to sell or do you want to buy? Well, no, I don't want to do that. Let's go down here. Do you want to sell or do you want to buy? And that's it. And then you buy and you use the chart. So Shelly earlier was asking about, not having a whole lot of familiarity. But my point is, if you know how to trade it, if you know how to use a chart, then you're good for futures. Because that's all futures are. It's technical trading. Like I said, for all you know, I could lie to everybody and say we're looking at a stock chart right now. And none of you would know that. I could lie and be like, we're looking at a crypto chart. Nobody would know that. Because a chart is a chart. Yeah, exactly. Stock and options require too much capital. And the capital required to get into futures trading with a prop firm, again, right here, the capital required for $50,000 worth of purchasing power, capital required, $85. $85 gives you $50,000 worth of purchasing power. But we need to go for Mariah here and take a look at APLD because she gave a super chat. So let's go and do that. Again, I'm hopping to analysis because right now it's $5 super chats and I will do an analysis for you almost right away. And I said almost right away because in this situation it followed another super chat. But APLD growth daily, week, consider long. Okay, long-term hold is what she's wondering about. So daily and weekly is what she mentioned. So weekly, so far so good. That being defined as the trend line right there that I drew at some point, but you can see was respected. So I should also note what is a weekly time frame. That means that each one of these. So on the futures chart we were just looking at, each one of these candlesticks represented 2 minutes worth of time. When we're looking at the weekly time frame, each one of these candlesticks represents 1 whole week. So this candlestick still has a couple days left before it's done, but as of right now, that is a good sign, Mariah, that it has respected that lower trend line and it's now getting a bit of a bounce. So my first question from the weekly time frame is, how much of a lower wick can show up? The higher this candle goes, the longer this line right here, which is called a lower wick, is going to appear, and that would be a good thing. So from the weekly standpoint, glad to see that it's honoring that. Now, if it does not honor that trend line and it breaks down through there, the level that I would say is very important would be that purple line there, the 50-week simple moving average. You would certainly want to see the price stay up above there because if that doesn't hold, then, nothing really until down there as far as supports. Not that it'll drop straight down to there, But, you could see the momentum pick back up down to that level. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because as of right now, the trend line right there has held strong. So let's drop to the daily time frame. So now each one of these represents 1 day. So, and I like this. I'm going to get rid of that level right there for now. Because right now there seems to be early phase of ascending triangle that is forming. Ascending triangle is bullish, but just because something's bullish does not mean it's going to go back up. But yeah, if it chops around enough, can it eventually get the break to the upside? So if on the daily time frame, it's really as straightforward as that. Right now, an ascending triangle has formed. Now you're going to have some that's saying they're not wrong. Well, yeah, you do have this ascending triangle, but before this, you had this big drop down. So really, you have a bear pennant pattern, which is true. But bear pennants, especially when they're sort of in uptrends like this, which I would still consider this an overall uptrend because you do have the 200 period with a slight upward slope to it. Valid to think that it could get a break up through the upside there. So on APLD, I think the daily is probably the most helpful. Again, the weekly is nice to see that it maintained that trend line right there. But as far as the daily, I think that does a better job of revealing the current ascending triangle pattern. Okay, one like away from 60. Can we get up to 60? All right, so there we go. So thank you for the super chat. Somebody asking about NIVF. NIO. We're here to talk futures. Why do you care about NIVF or NIO? So let's look at NIO. Let's compare it. So right now on futures, you could be getting this sort of price movement. I mean, look at the candle. Nice candle movement. I mean, it's moving. It's behaving nicely. And then let's go look at the NIO chart. So same time of day, NIO. Let's look at the 1 minute. Oh. I mean, do you just notice how it just looks different? How these, I mean, they're candles, but they're all, I mean, it's just weird looking, right? And I get it. People show up, well, I don't have a lot of money. I need to trade this price range of stock because I don't have a whole lot. And they just don't know about futures. And it's like, there's a better way. I mean, look at, oh, whoa. And, this movement right here. So if it were to go up to here, that's like a 1 cent move. Like the distance from here up to here is 1 penny. 1 penny. And then we look at this for futures and look at this. This movement here, again, one of these, depending on your position size and what sort of contracts you're trading, that's thousands of dollars right there. Learning futures right now. Very good, Dr. Tanner. I'm excited to hear that. Good. Again, I'm going to do more live trading and keep talking about futures now. If you want me to look at a stock or anything else and do analysis at this point, that'll require $5 super chat. Because we got about 13 minutes left, and then I'm calling this good. Short at the highs. Yeah, I could see something like that. Or should I be playing along here? Ooh, look at that trend line. That's kind of spicy. I'll take that long. Just so we can watch. And again, I want you to watch down here. For those of you that maybe missed the first trade, the number... Oh, crap. All right, a little late. Okay,
Order filled.
So watch this number right here. Watch how it fluctuates. If you're saying to yourself, I don't know, that seems a little too small, I'm doing the bare minimum of volatility that you can create. Bare minimum. So if you're looking at that number and saying, not really big enough, all you'd have to do is come up here on the platform and change that number to something higher. The higher that number goes, the quicker and quicker these numbers are going to add up either against you or for you. So this is the bare minimum that you're witnessing down here. That's what I want you to watch. That's what the main reason I'm taking this trade. So let's see if we can get some more push through. But mainly just, there we go. And then watch. So, okay, like for whatever reason I want to get out, watch how quick I can do it. Exit.
Order filled.
And just like that, I'm out. Press the gray button. Isn't that easy? Like there's no typing, okay, I want to get out at such and such price. No, up there, that gray button, I pressed it, and you saw just like that, the order ended. So from a platform perspective, I mean, the platforms are fantastic, and it's hard to learn so much. Well, thank you, Dr. Tanner, and I'm super glad that you are moving into futures. So that's what, earlier, if you can scroll up and find the super chats, Salty War Pig just was like, stocks and options are a waste of time, to which I fully agree because we were just looking at NIO and remember NIO was like, wow, if it makes that distance, that's like a penny and a half. Here, again, and think about it, the movement that you saw, it's not like this covered a great distance, yet those numbers were fluctuating quite a bit and still bare minimum of what, could be accomplished. Late to the party, which platform is this? This is Tradeovate, but I'm using a prop firm. So what I would recommend you doing to keep your risk as small as possible is going to the link that you see on the screen, claytrader.com/take profit. That way you can get the 50% off, purchase an account, and then after you purchase this account, you'll be asked what platform do you want to use, and then that's when you select Tradeovate. And then they will create the account for you, which saves a massive hassle because, signing up for platforms is always so boring. So it's just a hassle. But you don't have to do any of that. They'll create the account for you, and then they'll give you your username and password, and then you can log in, and you will have this platform. So Charles, just what I was talking about there. That's what I just described is exactly what I've done. I am using Take Profit Trader, who is what I'm recommending, and then after I purchase the account, during the sign up process, you're asked which one. I selected Tradeovate. It's got a blue T, and they'll create the account for you. They'll send you the login information, and then you log in, and you are good to go. Well, hey, I'm glad I took that profit up there. So yeah, a nasty little fake break. Nasty little fake break. But the point is the movement, right? That's what I'm hoping to illustrate and persuade all of you that trade stocks or options or Forex or crypto. Again, I'm not saying that they don't make big moves. I'm just saying the time it takes for those big moves and the capital required and the pattern day trading rule. And if you like to short and make money when the prices go down, the fact that a lot of those small caps, because they're risky, you have to go and pay extra fees to locate shares. It's just a massive mess. It's a mess. There's a better way. I'm telling you. Jose, first time I've heard about futures is because I joined your channel a couple of weeks ago. Oh, well, good. Jose, okay. So Jose, have you traded futures yet, or are you still trying to learn about them? I'm curious your take from somebody that was, I'm assuming in stocks or options or crypto. What is your take now? Honeybee just made $300 in the sim account. Yeah, so right there for Honeybee, 300. I guess I don't know if they went long or short, but yeah, somehow either this move up or this move down was good enough for $300. And again, each of these candles is 2 minutes. So either way you look at it, that was about 5 minutes, or this was about 5 minutes. $300 in 5 minutes, not too bad. And again, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You could pull up one of these, penny stocks. You're not going to get this sort of movement at that point in time. I don't know. Do I now try to take this to the downside short? Maybe I will, just so we can log another trade, watch people kind of see how this stuff fluctuates. Now, I'm being very, very conservative because I want to show you the bare minimum. Meaning, if you don't like the volatility, this is the bare minimum it would be. You can fix it. And I know I keep repeating myself, but that's what I'm really trying to drive home, is that you can make better. I realize that, what are you talking about, dude? You made like $15 and then $7 and then you lost 23. I know that's the bare minimum. Those numbers can crank up very quickly by increasing the position size. Is trading your passion or feels like work? I would say teaching is my passion. I like teaching more than anything else. So the trading is more so kind of work at times because I really like to teach. I like to coach. But I mean trading still, but I'm past the point where like trading is fun. Like to me, I like sitting here for 8 hours a day sounds like misery. I like to be done very quickly and then move on to other things. So I would say teaching, coaching is my passion. And that came from back in high school. Our final 3 weeks of our senior year, we had to pick 3 different career fields to go and shadow for a week. So I did an engineer. I did my 5th grade teacher because she was awesome. So I went back and job shadowed her. And then I did a courtroom thing because I was thinking about maybe law. I ended up getting an engineering degree. But my favorite one by far was my 5th grade teacher. Like teaching, like she let me teach Spanish for, like, I don't know. It was fun. And I've always liked to kind of coach and stuff. I'm not probably good with like younger kids because I tend to get a little maybe too intense at times. But I like to coach. So my passion is coaching, teaching, whatever you want to say it. I think I'm decent at it. I've been only in stocks and food. So, I mean, Jose, what do you think? Do you see the potential of futures compared to stocks and options? You know, what I'm trying to pretty much get at, because, my whole argument and claim is that futures are way better. I don't know. Maybe I should take this breakout again. Maybe I will just to see what happens. Just so we can get another trade. People can watch the volatility down here. Maybe this will be the time it breaks out. But I mean, it's such a volatile day that even these stop losses with like 1 micro, it's like, man, that's kind of that's not exactly like small if I give it this whole thing. Jack Fit, great teacher. I just finished section 3. Hey, well, thank you, Jack Fit. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad you're I'm glad you're finding value in the training. That's always good to see. And afterwards, I'll slip you the $20 bill for saying that. So thanks. Dr. Tanner, would the conservative approach be waiting to break this trend line or one way or the other? That's on you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. That's where personal risk tolerance comes into play. There's no right or wrong. Well, there is a right or wrong way. The wrong way would be like, I'm not using stop losses. I'm not going to manage risk. That would be the wrong way. But within the framework of you are going to be managing risk and all that, yeah, there's several ways. Some people are like, no, I want to buy off the trend line. Some people are saying, no, I want to short the trend line break. Other people say, I think it'll get rejected. I want to go short here. Other people are thinking, no, I think it's going to break. I want to buy the break. All of those people have logical trade plans, but people are going to be right. Other people are going to be wrong. That's why you got to manage risk. So no, there's not really a conservative way to go about it. How do you manage stress? I like to work out. But I would not say, I don't know if you're saying like stress from the trading. Trading, there is not a lot of really stress. Because like I said, I'm not using like massive position size where it's like, oh great, I'm either going to make 30,000 or I'm losing 30,000. That would make me stressed. But just like in general stress. Oh, okay, it's breaking.
Order filled.
I'm in, so I want you to watch that number right here. How it fluctuates. And look at that. Look how fast that just added up. Again, this is 1. This is 1. So if you're thinking, no, I don't know, Clay, that's not fast enough for me. Okay. All you'd have to do is come up here. Change that to a number that's higher than 1. This is the bare minimum it could be. But right now, looking like, did it sucker me in for another fake break? We'll see what happens. Or will this finally be the real break? Can we get some momentum? Come on. So let's say I want to sell right there. Watch how easy that is. All right. Okay, I think I can go up there. Gonna click there, sell, boom. Look at that. Red line there, that's my sell. See how fast that was? So let's see if the price can push up there and hit that red line. Come on. Little close. Oh, you little tease. Oh, so close, yet so far away. Come on. Go hit me. How are you not hitting me? Did they not hit the red line there? Oh,
Order filled.
All right. So right there, I am out. And look at that. Back in the green. And just to reiterate, again, I cannot say it enough. If you're looking at those numbers and thinking that was so slow, those numbers were barely adding up. I know. All you got to do is change it. Go. Don't trust me? That's fine. But if that number starts to get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, you'll see those numbers. They'll be moving. They'll be moving. And to think that there's people right now that maybe they have a few minutes at their lunch or schedule, or like, okay, and they got to pull up something like this. I mean, can you imagine trying to look at this? Okay, let's look at NIO. It's a sub $10 stock, sub 10. And again, 1 minute, and we're just looking at a 2-minute time frame. Compare these charts. It's ridiculous. Don't stop. Please stop wasting your time with stocks. I beg of you. There is a better way. And then people subject themselves to the pattern day trading rule for this nonsense. It is craziness. Craziness. What's another one? Maybe NIO is not the biggest. What? Whoops. What did I mean? Okay. What's another bigger mover today? Okay, WULF. Somebody asked about this. So this is like a higher volume stock today. Oh my, what? Huh? Look at this. Again, look over here. This distance from here to here, do the math. That's 1.5 cents. 1.5 cents. Like, I get it. Look at that big move. Look at that big move. Yeah, that was just like a 2-cent move. Like, I'm telling you people, there's a better way. And it's called futures trading. Better way, and it's called futures trading. And the best way to do futures trading, look at that breakout. Beautiful. I don't know why somebody told me to sell where I did. I'm kidding. Nobody told me to sell there. But, and look at that. That was just a nice little breakout. Right here, that's why risk management matters. Did I take where did I thought I bought a breakout there. Or maybe did I just, I don't remember. I think there was a losing trade around here somewhere. I don't remember. But anyways, I think I bought a fake breakout. It came down. There was a losing trade, waited, tried again, and then boom. And now I'm back in the green. Jose. Oh, and okay. So Jose, back to the whole question about how do futures equate towards stocks and options. He says absolutely easy to work around my schedule, which is the other thing to consider. With futures, they're open pretty much around the clock. Now they are closed on Saturdays. They close Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then open back up on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So I mean, there's a lot of schedule flexibility. And again, we're in the middle of the afternoon right now. Like this is stereotypical in the world of stocks. I mean, just why would you bother trading during the afternoon hours? Because it's slow, it's choppy, and again, this is slower for futures right now. I mean, the opening day, would make this look like paint drying. But my point is, it's still moving enough to make quality profits and gains. So, like I said, hey, 65 likes. Can we push to 70? Or let's get a little spicy. And we're at an hour and a half. I should be done, but I don't want to be done. I'm enjoying this. We're getting some good questions. Maybe we can but can we get up to 75? Can we get 75? If you've enjoyed the live trading, if you've enjoyed learning about futures, if you want me to do more futures stuff here, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get that to 75, or just a $2 super chat. Hey, thanks. See, I should have lost money. Then I could have guilt tripped people into giving me super chats to cover the losses that I took for their sake. But unfortunately, I'm green, so that tactic's not going to work. All right, 6 more likes. Can we get 6 more likes? Maybe I will look to buy. So maybe I can try another little sniper shot here. So again, watch this. I want to buy the back test of that trendline break. So if I do that and I click buy, right there, it has put in both my buy and sell order at once. So that's called an ATM order, which is just another fancy, nice thing about the platform. Let's see if this can pull back here. Ideally, pull back, slight bounce, boom. So if I can just illustrate how quick things can be too. But I don't know if it's going to drop. I'll leave it out there for right now. The DRE info. For someone new to trading, what's the ideal strategy for analyzing futures or stock? First off, eliminate stocks from that sentence. As somebody that's new, just start with futures. It's because you won't have the pattern day trader rule. That probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but pattern day trader rule basically is the government saying you're not allowed to trade as much as you want. So just don't even focus on stocks. So the best way or ideal strategy for analyzing, I would argue this, what you're looking at here. This is known as technical analysis, and more specifically, candlestick analysis. So I believe that candlestick analysis is the best way for analyzing futures. There's no holy grail, but that's my opinion. Bow. Yo, Clay, you should have created separate YouTube for futures only. I do actually have a futures channel. But it's kind of just there where I do my analysis. But I am still a trader, and I am a technical trader. And as long as you are a technical trader, then you can talk intelligently about stocks, futures, options, forex, anything, because it's all just price action. It's all just a chart. I don't even know the link. I don't know the link. If you follow me on social media, though, I just do end of day analysis. But if you follow me on social media, it will. I'll post them on those pages, but I don't know the link off the top of my head. All right, well, I was trying to see if I could get this to pull back here, but it did not want to come down here and back test the breakout point. So again, how easy is this, the platform? If I want to cancel these orders out, come up here, gray, boom. Those orders are gone. But that is something I will say you need to learn to do. Whenever you're about to step away from your computer, click the gray button. Click the gray button. I lost an account because I forgot to click it. I left an order out there, and then I came back and I was like, just weighed out, and the account was gone. So I think everybody goes through that. I don't want to say everybody blows up an account because of that, but a lot of people will either have a really big loser or a really big winner because they forget to click that button. They leave an order out there. The order gets filled, and then it either goes way in their favor or way against them. I've actually done it twice now. One, I set it, I can't remember. I was trying to trade at like 5 o'clock in the evening, and I forgot. And then I came back the next morning because, again, futures are open all night long, and I was up like $200 some on one micro. So like one of these that I've been trading, it was like $200 some because it went in my favor. So I've had it work both ways, but the one that was a losing, it blew up my account. So yes, that gray button is your friend. You will want to become obsessive compulsive in pressing that. Because the nice thing about it, let's try right there. There we go. So there, I'm trying another little sniper shot. Green is my entry. Red would be my exit. But the nice thing here, the nice thing is do you see how easy that was? Just click and put it in an order. The bad thing is, if you forget, So if I were to get up, I got to come up here, click that exit, and then you notice those orders disappeared. Which prop firms allows hedging on the same account? Mini against micro. I don't know if any of them allow that. But if it were that easy, no. That's a way. The market has a way to make that strategy cause both people to lose money. Hey, we're up to 65 people right now. I might as well keep it going. Can we get 2 more likes to get us up to 75? Do you sell options? I have, but I'm guessing you're asking for more of like a swing trading standpoint. Is that what you're asking from? I do not do that. And I was going to say selling options again, total wasted time from a day trading standpoint. But if you're doing swing trading, I can see selling options making some sense. Hey Clay, can you explain some of the other trend lines on your charts? Yeah, I'll explain what they are. But in terms of how I use them, how they help, that's a more in-depth question. They help me make good probable decisions. I'll just leave it there. But to go deeper into that is a little bit more in-depth. But the dotted yellow line here is the VWAP. That line right there stands for the overnight low, meaning over the past session, how long this has been open, that's as low as it's gotten. That dotted brown line there is a pivot point. I like pivot points because there's a whole lot of self-fulfilling prophecies that come with them because a lot of people use pivot points. So therefore, if a lot of people are watching the same level and wondering the same thing, they can tend to create self-fulfilling prophecies. 81 likes. Nice. Could we actually get up to 100? That would be a record. If we can get up to 100 likes, that would be a new live stream record. So if you are enjoying, if you like the futures content, if you think you've learned something about futures, if you're now going to start to, and I should, on that note, if you want to learn about futures, I do offer a totally free class on that. Let's see here. Futures right here. I'll put this link. So that is, go there and you can learn about futures. But really, maybe, yeah, if you want to learn about what they are, how they work, but it's really as easy as, like I said, just showing up. You want to buy, sell, how many contracts. So that's a pivot point. The green line there is the 21 EMA, exponential moving average. Purple line is the 50 period simple moving average. Okay, there we go. I was like, where is that? And then the pink line way up here is the 200 period simple moving average. So those would be the lines that I use. But again, in terms of and what they help you indicate, they help me indicate good risk versus reward scenarios. And I do realize that's very broad, but in order to truly answer that question and give it justice and give it what it needs, that's a very in-depth, very long answer. But that's the sort of stuff that I cover, within my premium training program that I offer at the site, that several people here are actually members of. But good question. Hopefully, the moment that I did answer it. But But again, very methodical movement too. Futures do like charts; they respect them. The problem with penny stocks and meme coins and all the cryptos and all that is the rug pull. There are not rug pull. Well, let me put it this way: there can be nasty moves, right? But look at this. So was this a rug pull? No, it wasn't a rug pull. It was just the bears took over. But this was a move here where if you were not disciplined, you lost your prop account, right? You failed the test, right? Because that move there, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars this movement here was worth. Look at that. That movement was crazy this morning. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen a movement that crazy, but that was wild. But then look at this big old bounce back up. And now things have quote unquote chilled out a little bit, but yeah, it was a wild ride. 85 likes, very good. Trying to see if we should do one more trade here. Daily, how many times you get margin in future? In India, we get, okay, so first off, if you're in India, the good news is this prop firm is available to you. You could sign up and use them. They are available to people in India. And you don't have to do any calculations. You get what you get. How much do you get? Well, for $85, you'll get $50,000 of purchasing power. What does that actually give you? Well, it would give you 6 of the very, very volatile contracts or 60 of the less volatile ones. But at 60, that's still a whole lot. So that is what you would be able to get through a prop firm. And like I said, that's why I like them, because they eliminate all math. They just tell you, what do I get for my dollars? What do I get? So, again, let's say you want the $150,000. I want $150,000 in purchasing power. Okay, so what does that actually give you? That gets you 15 contracts at most of the very, very volatile contracts, or it gives you up to 150 of the less volatile ones. And there you go. That's what your money gets you. So if you want to like reverse engineer and start doing calculus and differential equations to figure out what the margin is, I mean, I'll let you geek out with the math, but I'm not looking to geek out on the math. I'm looking to trade. So I don't know what the margin actually breaks down to, but honestly, I don't care. I just want to know, what is my max position size? And the prop firm makes that very straightforward. Trailing drawdowns are brutal though. I don't know if I fully agree. Do they make you lock in profits a little bit more aggressive? Yes, absolutely. Is being aggressive with profit taking a good thing with futures? I think so. So I do hear where you're coming from, but I would definitely disagree with the word brutal. Can it be annoying at times? Yeah, but brutal? No. My personal opinion, I think that's a little bit too dramatic of a term. 13 more likes puts us at 100. If we can get up to, so let's do this. If we can get up to 100, then I'll go another 15 minutes. Or else not, I'll just stop at an hour and 45 minutes. So we have 2.5 minutes to see if we can get that up to 100 likes. And if we can, then that tells me people are enjoying, and maybe we can get another live trade. So we got less than 2.5 minutes now to take that 87 likes up to 100. Or if somebody wants to be a knight in shining armor, $15 super chat. I will go another 15 minutes. We'll make this another 2-hour stream. So either 100 likes in the next 2 minutes, or what did I say? A $15 super chat, or a $15 super chat. We'll see what happens. Okay, getting a bit of a pullback here. Let me just get rid of these lines here. Start afresh. Maybe there's a buy there down to the 21 EMA. We're at 90. 90 with a minute and a half left. Yeah. Yeah, sure. She's fine. I said she could come in. Yeah, sure. No, keep them off. No, I can still see it. Bring it over here. The computers will light it up. All right, still waiting. We got less than a minute. Ooh.
That is a shark.
You drew a shark?
Yeah, but I did this.
Ooh. Very good job.
You can have it.
I can have it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it over here. You want to say hi to some people or no?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you just sit right here. Okay, say, we need 9 more. Say that. There we go. So, okay, let's watch that number. Let's see if it can increase. People got 15 seconds. Okay, we need that to get up to 100.
Got 2 meals.
Yeah.
See, 1, 2,
Yep.
3.
Oh, it's at 3. 4 seconds. Oh, I don't think we're going to do it. All right. Well, can you tell everybody, see you later?
See you later.
Okay. I'll wrap it up here too. All right, everybody. Well, we didn't quite make it. That's fine. But for everybody that was here, I guess let me do my typical salesman stuff now. So if you are interested in joining my private community, we have a lot of good quality traders. Check out that link right there. And then again, if I've convinced you to want to learn more about futures and get into futures with a prop firm, which is how I would definitely say to do it, make sure you use that link, and that link will give you the 50% off prices that we've been looking at all afternoon long. So, and yeah, I guess if you just want to check out the normal site, claytrader.com, you can check that out. Make sure, again, you hit that like button, and also subscribe to the channel so you're notified when I go live in the future, and that then we can continue to try to grow this. But yeah, I think we had like up over 60 at the peak here, 65, so that was good. Did somebody just take away a like? Brutal. It's amazing. Somebody puts a link out and it's like, oh wait, you charge money for things? Taking that like away, you oh yeah, it's back. Or maybe somebody else did that. But well, everybody, take care, and hope to see you around, and hope you see another live stream. Maybe see you within the community itself if you decide to join. But everybody, trade safe out there, control that risk, and until the next live stream, take care.